Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about resin printing. Up until now, I've done a little bit of resin printing over the last couple of years, just some small items, and I had the original Mars printer, and I've only been using water washable resin up until now, and I think I'm going to continue that. I want to cut down on the fumes as much as possible. And originally I put my printer in one of these things. I built this little chamber so that the printer would fit in here, and I'd have the ducting come out of here through an inline fan to the outside. But I wanted to upgrade this as well so that I have a bigger unit. So I made the resin hut that you see back here. So I'll show you what that looks like and how it's all set up. So let's go check that out. This is a resin hut that I built out of 1/2" MDF. The side panels, the back, are all out of one sheet of 1/2". And then I used a 1/2" up at the top here that I had just in the garage to make up that top section. And then to avoid all of the weird angles you'd have to cut, I 3D printed these brackets to accommodate this 1/4" MDF on the front and back. Now on the top, I've got a hole plus a 3D printed coupler here, and this is a 6" duct fan. It works pretty well. It delivers around 400 cubic feet per minute of air. And then I've got a little support on top here. I've got the hose coming around to the window. And this window here originally had a screen on it. So I took the screen out and then I cut this plexiglass to fit that area. And then I put a hole up at the top. And this is just attached with a magnet mount and a screen right there so bugs can't come in. And then you just hook this up like that and open up the window when you are resin printing. So you can easily remove this whole unit if you need to. Now I'll just show you what this booth looks like. I've got some controls over on the side here. I've got my control for the fan, so I can vary the amount of air that's flowing there, and a little light here which will activate the aquarium light that I have underneath here. So let's just flip this up and I'll show you what it looks like. So first of all, the aquarium light is right up in there, and it was just one left over from an aquarium we had, so I just bolted that up into that section. And then this is what the inside of the booth looks like. It's got pretty much everything you need. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to be starting that tomorrow. There's my Mars 5 Ultra. I have this drip tray holder that I printed, and then I've got the other drip tray that comes with it. So when you are removing the build plate, you just put that inside so that you don't get any resin down into the little cracks. I printed a holder for a paper towel rack there. And then over on this side, I've got my mask. Yes, you still need to use a mask so you're not breathing any unnecessary fumes there. And I've got nitrile gloves right up here. And then I made a little rack for some tools that I'm going to be needing. And then a holder for the build plate. So this just slides right out of there, and there's my build plate. And then I've got a silicone mat down at the bottom. And I also bought the Elegoo wash and cure station set up so that I can use that inside of here. And then I'm going to pre-wash everything in a container, either this one or a little bit wider one. So pre-washing here, then I'm going to put it in there to get the final washing done and then curing over there. So that's basically my setup. And what you can do is just turn on the fan, and then you'll have airflow coming out of here. When it's printing, you can keep it on maybe low, and then when you are opening this chamber up and working in here, you can turn it on high. What I did for the cover is I just had this corrugated plastic from Home Depot left from another build, and there's some hinges here that I printed, and these were in 1" strips. So what I did is I took these not 1 inch, 1 foot strips, and then it just comes down here. I have a little magnet attachment right there. So it just closes in on itself, and then it leaves a little bit of room at the bottom there for some airflow. So that's my resin hut. I'm going to try it out, see how it goes. Hopefully things will be less smelly and a little bit more safe. And I've got everything enclosed into one little unit here. Well, I hope you found this video informative and maybe you are interested in making a booth just like this. If you want to see some of the smaller resin prints that I did, check out this video series on R2D2 where I've made a lot of smaller items on the resin printer. I'm going to continue this with my IG11 build. I'm going to be working on his fingers and some of the other greeblies. Until then, God bless you and we'll see you real soon.